Hello, hope everybody's keeping well. I'm back to preview the Tottenham versus Newcastle game tomorrow. Happy days at Tottenham Hotspur. Lots of good news stories in the press linked with many a decent player, especially that top goalkeeper we're linked to. Can't wait for him to join. And some really positive news. There was a sickness bug going around the camp. Happy days. Happy days at Tottenham Hotspur. Listen, guys, we're in a bit of a mess, aren't we? This January ahead is looking a problem, a massive problem. And I think it's going to get really messy this month. I've got to be honest here. Starting off tomorrow, 12:30 against an informed Newcastle team. We are in no form right now, losing form. You can blame the injuries, you can blame whatever you want. The squad's not big enough, unlucky, you know, you can blame the process, you can blame Levy, you can blame Ange, you can blame the players, you can put blame on so many things. But at the end of the day, we're not performing well under this manager. This manager style of play has caused a lot of the issues. Yes, the bigger picture is Levy. Of course, everyone will always go back to that summer transfer window. But Ange is not managing this team well enough. And that gives me no hope going into this tough period of fixtures, especially early January. Our form is so bad. It is we've dropped off a cliff or whatever you want to say. And tomorrow I'll be watching closely. Don't know what sort of team's going to turn up now with this sickness bug. No names were mentioned. We don't know who he's talking about. This is just excuses before tomorrow. Newcastle are looking hungry. We're going to go over some of their stats and data shortly, and it doesn't look for pretty reading. Everywhere I'm reading is Newcastle are favourites to win at our ground tomorrow. What's this club come to? Last season we did beat them 4-1 at home. We played pretty good that day. Yes, Newcastle form was indifferent, um, but we're in dreadful form. I just can't see how we can win this match. I just think Newcastle will just sit in, play on the counter, use their pace. Gordon, Isaac, they're strong in midfield as well, creative. Um, we're in for a really tough lunchtime kickoff tomorrow. But I'll be watching this team. I'll be watching them so closely. Performances. I'll be looking at Ange. I'll be looking to see what he can do to help this team tomorrow, and see how these players react under this poor form, lacking some players, some defensive players. Benton core suspended. Doggy, the bad news out, he's going to be out for some time. Maybe we'll see Regulon start. He's the only option there as a left back. Would you play Spence in, or is he suspended? I'm not sure. Let me have a little look. Is Spence suspended tomorrow from that red card? Let me have a look. No, he's not. He's back. So we can play Spence instead of Porro. Probably be like Basuma, Sarr in midfield. Hopefully Madison, Kulusevski at Sun left. Solanke up top. They're looking at the Newcastle lineup, predicted lineup. They're going to have Gbagbo in goal, Burn, Hall, Kelly, Livramento at the back with Tonali, Joe Linton, Guimarães, Gordon, Isaac, and Murphy up front. Isaac's in some crazy form as well. And they're looking hungry. They're not conceded many goals. I think they've conceded like one in the last 5 Premiership games. We're a mess. We can't hold leads. We concede easily. Is there any way we can beat Newcastle tomorrow? And if you look at the form, I just don't believe we can. What are we going to do? Is it just going to be the same old huffing and puffing, aimless attacking moves? You could say the players are tired, but they've had a week off now. They must be rested up. They must have some energy for this game. There's a lot of tickets on sale. Don't think it's going to be a full house tomorrow. Just the whole feeling right now is really difficult to get behind this team and support them. It's dreadful, honestly. We got Liverpool up on Wednesday. Maddison is suspended for that game. Who else? I think Sarr is also suspended, and I don't know what sort of lineup we're going to have on that game. A lot of our defenders are not going to be back now until the end of the month. It's really really tough right now, isn't it? Supporting Spurs, and I just can't have any hope at the moment, any positivity about supporting Spurs. It's dreadful. It's dreadful. There's nothing to get behind. Ange is not going to adapt. He said that again today in his press conference. Still going to play the same way. He's not going to change the game plan. He's not going to stop it now. We're going to be open tomorrow, and it's a problem. We could get smashed by Newcastle. They could just pick us off at will. You'll see us probably have a go in the first half. Have the ball, put a bit of pressure on Newcastle. But the more the game goes on, the quality will come through in Newcastle's performance. Look, let's just get to some stats and data around the game. Just have a look at the preview. I mean, our best player this season is rated as Maddison, who scored 8 goals, but he's not starting at the moment. Make that make sense, please. We need our most creative player in the team. Isaac, he's scored 12 goals this season, playing really well. Newcastle have scored like 16 goals in their last 5 matches. They're playing with a lot of confidence. And it's also another stat here is Newcastle have won the previous 3 matches against Spurs and haven't lost in 5 matches. Not sure about that because we beat them at home last season. I'm not sure if that's a correct stat. But Newcastle's form in the last 5 games, 2-0 away to Man U. They beat Aston Villa at home 3-0. They went to Ipswich and won 4-0. That's when Isaac got a hat-trick. They beat Brentford at home 3-1, and they beat Leicester 4-0. Look at our performance in the last 5 games. One of them must have been a Carabao Cup match, that one Newcastle versus Brentford. If we look at our team's form, 2-2 at home for Wolves, lost to Nottingham Forest away, lost at home to Liverpool 6-3. We beat Man United in the Carabao Cup, and then we beat Southampton 5-0. So that's the form over all competitions, it looks like. And there's is a massive contrast with the 2 teams. I've already gone over the potential lineups. Let's go over some of the injuries and suspensions. Moore's out still, Vicario's out, Davis is out, Romero, Udogie, Van der Ven, Bentancur, Richarlison, Odeberg. Then you have Newcastle, Pope, Kraft, Schär suspended, Lacazette is out, Botman's back yet, Wilson's out. So they've got some injuries as well. And they're missing their centre-back, who's suspended after the weekend. So they've got a few out. But they did play very well against Manchester United in the week, putting a good, especially that first half performance. We look at the table. We look at Newcastle really pushing now for those Champions League positions. 19 played, 32 points. We're sitting 11th, 19 played, 24 points. Although we do have a better goal difference in Newcastle, of course, we score more goals. Some of the Newcastle kind of what I've been reading about Newcastle is that they think it will be a harder game for them tomorrow than it was away to Man United because we do score goals. But they do sound fairly confident that they are going to win based on form, based on how vulnerable we are, and how easy we can be played against. Like where anybody can come to our ground and get a result. Wolves did it. A relegation threatened Wolves did it the other week. And guys, I know this is just probably what you don't want to hear, and it's very it's not happy stuff, but you can't make crap up, man. You can't just make shit up. and just say everything's all right, because you can't. We're in dreadful, dreadful form. Ange looks clueless. The players look clueless, and to be brutally honest, it's going to get messy. As I said earlier in this video, it could be really messy. You know, it wouldn't surprise me if we lose tomorrow, get beaten by Liverpool. Tamworth is a game we should win, away from home in the FA Cup, even with a few players missing. But it's just really looking tough. And then Arsenal, I think after that away, Arsenal have picked up form now, back in the title race, picking up points, getting wins. And we're sitting here waiting for some signings to come in. I'm just sick of the links. Nothing is solid. What is the point about talking about players where there's no real links other than this goalie? What is going on? Ange said today in the press conference, the club's working hard like we did against Wolves without anything. Working hard. Everybody's working hard and getting us nowhere this season. The season has been a joke so far, absolute joke. Ange is still here. I was listening to Sam Matterface the other day on Talk Sport. Reckons there'll be an absolute, there's no way you can let Ange go. No way you can let another manager go. And his reasoning was that Levy needs to convince Ange to adapt his style of play. I mean, what a most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. Ange is not changing for nobody. He's not doing it. He doesn't care. If he keeps losing, he keeps losing, but keep sticking to that failed philosophy of his. How many times this season will we be out-tacticked by other managers in this league? Time and time again. It's embarrassing watching us right now. Where is progression? There's been absolutely no progression. People will say, look, we're still in the cups. Yeah, but do you truly believe that we can win a cup under this style of play? The injuries are piled up, recurring hamstring injuries, get someone back, we lose somebody else. Are we going to sign top players in this January transfer window? No, definitely not. We're looking for cheap options because there's no money. Where's the money? Come on, how much money does this stadium bring in? How much revenue? Looking for deals, always looking for deals. Or maybe the club just don't want to give Ange any more money. Maybe they're starting to see that it is failing. Maybe they are looking into other managers coming in. But at this moment of time, Ange is here. 15 times to concede a goal first at home in 2024, and that's broken another record. Everywhere you look, there's not any good news right now supporting Spurs. We have to ride through this period and see where we end up at the end of January. League position, that Carabao first leg will be done. The second leg's in February. Then we've got the restarting of the Europa League coming up soon as well. FA Cup, hopefully we'll still be in that. Some of the league fixtures do get a bit easier at the end of January. Maybe we'll have a few players back to give us a bit more hope. But if we're brutally honest, we are on the decline. And Ange is still here. Not enough fans want Ange gone. They point towards the board. As I keep saying, and I've said for such a long time now, get a new manager in, a competent manager. There's some in the Premier League that we could get, the Bournemouth manager, the Fulham manager. They can come in and sort this lot out. We need a tactical manager to play with the set of players we have and to play the team, put players in their position to give them strength. Our fullbacks, Doggy Porro, they're so much better as wing backs. Play a back three if we can sign a defender in January. Maddison needs to be playing week in, week out. We need to play around Maddison. He's our playmaker. He's not playing. He's looking disinterested at times. Our midfield is so inconsistent. We need a number 6, someone to sit in front of that defence and stabilise us in games. We need a one-on-one winger specialist who can actually take on a man. Yes, maybe they brought that Odeberg in to do that, but he's been injured and he's young. You can't rely on that. There's just so many issues, guys. So many issues, and I kind of lost for words now on what to say. And it has been a bit of a moan, this preview. But as I said, things have to be spoken about. Can't run away. I can't disappear. I've got to tell it how it is and how I see it. If we beat Newcastle tomorrow, that will be a shock. That'll be a real shock and unexpected result. Form-wise, Newcastle are playing so much better. I think their manager's better. He's a real coach. He really is. But Ange, I don't know what Ange is. I don't know. He's got this way of playing which he will not budge from. And here we are now, going into a tough period this season. Guys, leave your comments. Tell me how you're feeling. Where's the hope for this season? Where's the hope for the next few games? Can you see anything? Have I missed anything? Give us anything you can, just to see if we can look at it at another angle. Have I missed something? I think I said it how it is, to be honest. But enjoy the rest of your day, guys, and I'll be back tomorrow for a review of the Tottenham Newcastle game. Take care. Bye bye.